What's up, y'all? It's Kamikaze MMA coming back for another video. I was gonna start the video with howdy, y'all, but I didn't feel right, so we started with the regular, usual intro. Let's get right into this. Breaking down Brad Katona versus Bez Cat Almacan. Went to decision against Umar, dropped him in the first. I'm gonna pick Bez Cat Almacan because he beat a top 5 contender, or he knocked down a top 5 contender and then controlled the whole round. And I don't think Brad Katona is Umar. So I think he's going to get knocked down in the first or the second round. I'm picking first round. Daniel Santos versus Li Zhongyong. I'm picking Li Zhongyong by decision. I think he's just going to grapple, be a little bit better in the grappling if I'm not mistaken. Got KO'd by Hyder Amel. That's not terrible. Hyder Amel's good. Blake Builder, takedowns, right? Yep, 2 out of 3 takedowns. Landed a bunch of significant strikes and a bunch of total strikes comparatively to Blake Builder, but Blake Builder's not good, but neither is Daniel Santos. Let's look at his career. Hasn't fought since 2023 to Johnny Munoz. A lot of takedowns, a lot of significant strikes, so maybe I'm tripping. Beat John Castaneda by KO. Oh, yeah, that's right. Julia Arce. He lost to Julia Arce. That's not good. That was a while ago. Daniel Santos just hasn't fought, but Li Zhongyong is coming off of a KO loss. I'm going to just trust Li Zhongyong to get it done by decision. Marc-Andre Barriault versus Bruno Silva. I'm picking Bruno Silva by KO. Marc-Andre Barriault gets KO'd in every one of his fights, right? Like, when's the last time he's not gotten KO'd? Let's check. Okay. Knockout by Joe Pyfer. Knockout by Dustin Stoltzfus. Oh, he went to decision with Chris Curtis. Good job. Yeah, we're picking Bruno Silva. All right. By decision, probably. But he might get KO'd. I think he's just going to get dropped a bunch in this fight, but he might get KO'd in the first or second. Mike Malott versus Charles Rat. Oh, sorry. Skipped ahead. I'm just excited for that fight. Navajo Sterling's going to whoop on Ivan Urslan's ass for 3 rounds and get a decision win. Modestas Bukauskas is going to... I think he's going to beat Ian Cutelaba in a decision. I think it's going to be super close. I think he's just going to outpoint him. I think Ian will actually do more damage, but I think he's just going to get outpointed. So it doesn't really matter if he does more damage. Because they don't actually rank it by damage. They rank it by who gets points. Jessica Andrade versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. I'm picking Jasmine Jasudavicius, obviously. Jessica Andrade isn't good at anything. She's just slightly scary because she has some knockouts. Let's see. She has... a knockout against Mackenzie Dern, which is pretty good. But I'm just not picking her. I think Jasmine Jasudavicius is pretty vicious, dude. She's pretty vicious. Mike Malott versus Charles Radke. I'm picking Charles Radke. I don't think Mike Malott has it in him to win another fight in the UFC. I think the Neil Magny fight just really fucked, like, with all my belief that he could win a fight. The Trevin Giles fight, he was terrified of him. And it's Trevin Giles. So we're picking Charles Radke to knock him out, probably. I could see him getting a decision, though, honestly. But I'm picking him to get knocked out in the second. So I'm picking Charles Radke by 3rd round KO, not 2nd round. I changed my mind. Benoit St. Denis is going to kill Kyle Prepolek. What is this, dude? 2019, he lost to Austin fucking Hubbard. And Nordine Taleb in 2019 as well. What the fuck is this fight? We're picking Benoit St. Denis, obviously. How are you not picking Benoit by 1st round finish? Whether it's KO or submission, either or. Moving up. Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. Now, this is the only reason that I'm not just going to move on and say Natalia Silva's winning a decision here. Alexa Grasso is a terrible matchup in UFC 5. If y'all ever play UFC 5, you know. Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. Grasso's a terrible matchup for Natalia Silva. just because her boxing is so much better in the game. But I don't think that'll come into play in this fight, and I think she's just gonna get outpointed at range for 3 rounds, pretty easily too. I think Natalia Silva's the future champ. I think she could be a woman GOAT. I think Wei Li in her next fight's just gonna make it impossible for anyone to become the woman GOAT. What about Amanda Nunes, dude? She's a double champ. Yeah, she was fighting bartenders, bro. Let's not joke around. Natalia Silva's Wei Li Zhang's the women's GOAT. And if she wins another fight, she'll probably be the GOAT for all time. Jose Aldo versus Ayman Zahabi. What great fucking matchmaking by the UFC. This video is going to be under fucking 10 minutes. What great matchmaking by the UFC to put Jose Aldo against Ayman Zahabi. Thank you for giving Aldo the easiest win of his fucking career. Jose Aldo is going to knock this dude out in the first round. Unless he gets held against the cage. Then it's going to be in the second, unless he gets held against the cage. And then it's going to be in the third, unless he gets held against the cage. Then Ayman Zahabi's going to win the decision. But really, I think Jose Aldo is going to knock him out in the first. Moving up. Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. Easiest. This might be the easiest card I've ever picked in my fucking life. Valentina Shevchenko is going to kill Manon Fiorot. Manon Fiorot is fucking ass, dude. Did she lose? No, she almost lost to Rose Namajunas. That was a close fight. I honestly think Rose won that fight, in my opinion. When I watched it live, I'm never gonna watch it again. So it is what it is. If she didn't win, then comment it. I don't care. And then Erin Blanchfield tagged her up a couple of times. How are you getting tagged up by fucking Erin Blanchfield, dude? Valentina Shevchenko's gonna kill her. Second round finish. This is the easiest fight for someone like Valentina Shevchenko to finish someone. A brutal KO. I think it's going to be a head kick KO. Brutal. It's going to be brutal. Moving up. Bilal Muhammad versus JDM. I'm very tempted to pick Bilal Muhammad because everyone else is picking JDM. And I think JDM will easily win this fight. But I am tempted to pick Bilal Muhammad solely off the fact that he might be able to take him down for 5 rounds and just control. I don't think he will be able to, and that's why I'm going to pick JDM. I think that JDM is going to knock him out in the 3rd round, possibly the 1st or the 2nd too. I don't think it's going past the 3rd round. And I think if it does, he can win a decision. Neither of these guys are 5'9". I don't know why either of them are listed at 5'9". They're both like 5'11". 5'10". I think JDM might be 6 foot, but they say it says they're both 5'9", which is weird. JDM is 28 years old and he looks like he's 32. In all honesty, Bilal Muhammad's 36. Is there anything else I have to say? I mean, he is on roids, so that probably helps him sustain a little bit of his relationship. But this is a short video, dude. These fights are easy as fuck to pick. The hardest fight to pick in this whole card, I think, is Daniel Santos versus Li Zhongyang, because I don't know who either of these two people are. Really. Like, I don't really know who either of those two people are. The Modestas Bukauskas fight and Ian Kutalaba fight's a little difficult to pick, too. But Modestas Bukauskas has lighter man skill, and he's just better everywhere, I think. At least more skilled, more tactical. Maybe not better in an actual fight, but more skilled and more tactical, which wins you UFC fights, let's be real. So, yeah, I guess those are my picks. This has to be a short video because these are the easiest fucking fights to break down. The way Bilal Muhammad wins is by getting a takedown every single round. He has to get a takedown every single round to win this fight. JDM has to land 2 punches, and he wins this fight. Like, how could you not be picking JDM? I just don't get it. I'm tempted to pick Bilal Muhammad because everyone else is picking JDM, and that makes me think that Bilal has a pretty good chance. Besides Kenny, the dumbest MMA YouTuber of all time, the most retarded human possibly to ever exist. Did y'all see his fucking bag breakdown? Dude, that shit was cringy. I ain't gonna lie. That was bad. And everyone was like, dude, this is terrible. Which it's like, at least he has the confidence to post it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's delusion. Maybe it's not confidence, it's delusion, like Ian Gary. But Ian Gary beat Carlos Prates. He beat Carlos Prates. They went to a draw. But it's whatever. So yeah, I guess that's my video. It's under 10 minutes, so I hope y'all like that. I'm going to wait till it's at 9. And 3, 2, 1. Peace.